One of the things I really like about Classwatch is that you can review what the children are doing and address some of the issues.
We've had Classwatch since September and it's been a real benefit to the staff. They've been able to look at what they're doing, focus on specific parts of their lessons, and it's the feedback that we've had from staff has been absolutely brilliant.
The key benefit of having Classwatch, I think, is the ability to self-evaluate.
The more I've used it, the more beneficial it's been, because I've actually taken a step back and looked at my teaching and looked at how the children are learning. So for me it's been invaluable.
It does make the lessons better. There's a better atmosphere.
I'm Rachel Pritchard, Deputy Head of Lionshill Primary School. The reason we have Classwatch here is because a couple of years ago we sort of thought about how good the teaching was in our school, and yet how often it's just myself and the head teacher that get the privilege of watching the lessons. What we found with Classwatch is it's a chance for teachers to reflect on their own practice.
Using Classwatch for me has actually helped me to see the whole, it sounds silly, but the actual room itself, because when I'm stood at the front you only get to see certain children when you're looking. If you're writing on the board you only get to see certain things, and actually having the whole view of the classroom has helped me to see how the classroom's set up. Is it set up in the best possible way? Is it really productive for the children with their learning? And to help me to see if they're actually focusing and listening on what I'm teaching. In terms of me with my lesson planning, it's actually changed my way that I plan, because I actually get the children to move around a lot more now. So rather than them sat in their seats for a long period of time while I'm explaining things, I actually get them to do a lot more talking and a lot more moving around themselves.
We use it in a wide variety of ways, partly to share good practice and show model lessons, for us to coach and support through lesson observations, and also for the children as well to observe. One of the things I really like about Classwatch is that you can review what the children are doing and address some of the issues. So again, when you're teaching a lesson, it's very difficult to be the eyes and ears everywhere and spot it all. Yet afterwards, when you can reflect, we've been able to spot children that perhaps haven't been achieving quite as well as we wanted to, and we've been trying to work out what the issues are. And yet as soon as you watch the lessons, you can see, right, they're finding it very difficult to focus, they're often easily distracted, and then it's a really powerful tool to be able to use it with them and actually show them what they're like. And it's amazing how much that can change their behaviour, because it's self-discovery and it's not come from the teacher.
We may not notice, but some people sort of find that they fidget a bit more, and then they finally see what they're actually doing, and then you can see how it's distracting others.
It's also a good idea for the teachers as well, because they get to see what we've been good at and what we need to improve on.
One of the other benefits we found is with our LSAs. We've been trialling and doing Pi Corbett's way of writing, where the LSA has a very key role in modelling the writing and supporting the teacher. And the LSAs have been quite nervous around doing this. And what's been powerful is they've been able to sit back and watch the lessons and just focus on the LSA. And that's made them feel a lot more comfortable in knowing what their role is in the lessons as well. So again, that's sort of an added bonus that when we purchased Classwatch, we never thought, we didn't foresee that.
I'm Nikki Rock. I'm assistant head teacher at the school. I've been here 10 years now, and I'm in charge of initial teacher training and CPD, so the continued professional development of the teachers in the school. There are different aspects of how we have Classwatch. We have two static areas, one's in maths and one's in English, where it's actually set up permanently. The teacher can turn that on and turn it off as and when they want to record. The other system we have is a mobile unit, and teachers book that out through the IT system that we have at the school, and then it appears in their room, it records for them, IT then take that away for us, and then they get a disc or they can view it online. Initially we decided for Classwatch because of the initial teacher training. We have a lot of trainees in the school. We have 8 at the moment on the GTP programme, so it was a way of getting them to analyse and look at their own teaching and improve on that. Most of the things that we do, we want them to identify themselves rather than having sort of pre-made videos that don't relate to the school, don't relate to the students. They actually see our students in the context and they can apply different behaviour strategies to improve their teaching. Since we've had Classwatch, we've had about 15 members of staff, different members of staff using Classwatch, and a lot of them, the feedback we've had from them is how much it's improved them as a teacher. So looking at the way they are in the classroom, how they stand, how they speak, therefore improving the activities and what they say to the students. Some of that is with assessment for learning and peer assessment, actually analysing and seeing how that works. Another way we use Classwatch is for moderation of coursework. In PE and drama, they are practical subjects, so it's really hard for us teachers to moderate what's assessed. So they use it to moderate and compare and grade different pieces of practical physical work. I know some schools use Classwatch across the whole of their school, sometimes in the locker area, the canteen area, in the corridors. We have a CCTV system in our school which we use that, but that's something we could look for the future as well.
My name's Andrew Smith, I'm the head teacher here at Lyons Hall Primary School. The reason that we initially brought Classwatch into our school was we thought it would be a really good tool for capturing good practice, illustrating good practice in staff meetings, opportunities for teachers to self-evaluate. Those were the key reasons initially. One or two teachers who it's been really helpful for them to look at themselves and actually think, am I doing as good a job as I can do? And that's been a bit of an awakening for one or two teachers who then we've been able to support and put things in place and use the system to show them what could be achieved in the classroom. In terms of staff morale, people have been very keen to have their practice filmed for their own self-evaluation. It's really surprised me because I kind of thought people might be reluctant, but actually the opposite.
Initially, when I first used Classwatch, I was a bit uncomfortable with using it because obviously seeing yourself isn't always the nicest thing to watch yourself on camera, but the more I've used it, the more beneficial it's been because I've actually taken a step back and looked at my teaching and looked at how the children are learning. So for me, it's been invaluable.
In terms of taking Classwatch forward, I'm the executive head of another school about 40 minutes away, and there's a lot of questions about practice in that school. It's a school that's been underfloor for 10 years now, and we're trying to raise the quality of teaching. And the effect that Classwatch has had in our school has made us want to buy a set for down there. The key benefit of having Classwatch, I think, is the ability to self-evaluate. It really is really powerful, and the best change that can come from within, if you're self-evaluating, perfect tool.